Welcome, Strongdeer.
Thank you so much. I'm so happy to be on the call today. And I think your outfit looks beautiful. And I think it's also relevant because I think in this time, a lot of people are being more authentic in business, in everything that they do, in their relationships. And so it kind of makes sense, that that's what we're doing today on the video.
Yeah, exactly. Being authentic. Thank you for encouraging me. Strongdeer is an active student of the Client Attraction Program. She is helping Visionary Starseeds to find their purpose.
Yes, find their true purpose, because I think there is a difference between purpose and true purpose. And this is something for all the listeners to consider, because in this time, everyone is, like I said, becoming more authentic. And as we become more authentic, then we start to dance with our true purpose. Because it's coming more from the kind of integration of the logic and the intuition, right? Because we need both. And that is when we are most powerful. When we're super here, we have the structure and the right guidance. Like, for instance, Nancy is my coach and she's amazing. But also connecting to this authenticity, this true purpose, and this intuitive or divine feminine.
Strongdeer has been joining the program for 30 days now, and she made already $14,000. Congratulations! I'm so happy for you.
I'm so happy for me. But I'm also happy for our team too, because I do see that the work that I do with you and that you do for us as our mentor and coach, that we are a team too. And so every time that I have a win, a client, I see it as a win, for the team. And when the team is thinking like that, then that also increases everything, the abundance for everyone,
I'm happy that you are enjoying it. So what was happening before you joined the program? Tell us how was the situation then?
Yeah, so I was feeling so stuck, like I was going nowhere fast. I remember I was charging like $147 for my one-to-one channeling sessions. I was not, at that time, I was no longer doing these discovery sessions. But deep down, I knew that I needed a plan. I needed like a kick up the butt, and mentorship from a coach that could hold me accountable to my goals. Because I had coaches in the past, actually. I've even been part of some high level like mastermind groups and things like that. But, there's great value in having a coach that understands you and understands your authenticity too, And so each time that I've invested in myself, my life has moved forwards with results, But I actually never have had results like this. 14K, 4 days with 4 clients. So that I just want to say that the number 4 actually represents the divine feminine and also feminine leadership, which is coming back very strongly. I'm sure that people can feel this. And it's bringing more creativity, creative energy, to business, really. That's what it is. So to answer your question, I remember seeing a post that you had written in one of the entrepreneur groups, and you had answered a question to a woman in there. I don't remember it exactly now, but I just remember thinking, wow, I need to talk to this woman, because it seemed like you were coming from a very empowered place, not the place where sometimes we can get stuck, like the victim,
So you read the message and then you saw my profile, and that's how you contacted me, or did I contact you?
You actually, you know what? I think you might have contacted me. No, I think I wrote a reply actually to your message, and then you contacted me. You friended me, and then that's how we started talking. It was like that. And when I saw that you were from Ecuador, that made me feel like something, like, I don't know. See, this is very interesting for all the listeners to hear too, because it's those little things like the places we're from and where we live. And when we show this to people more, then our clients, you know, connect with it very strong too.
What was your goal when you just started working with me? What was your goal then?
Yeah, I remember the goal was 10K actually in 1 month, which I've actually surpassed because I made 14K in 4 days with 4 clients. And the 4s.
So do you remember I predicted that, and I said, I think in between 2 to 30 days, you will be making this. And
I know, and what's funny is I didn't believe you. I didn't believe you. Isn't that interesting? Because, you know, sometimes the fear is coming through and we tell ourselves, oh, it's not possible for me, you know. We tell ourselves some story. We talk ourselves out of what we know is good for us as a next step, you know, in our life. Because before I was working with Nancy, I was just, I was feeling so stuck. The energy was very like stagnant, you know. And then when I signed up with her, things just, well, as you can see, because it's the results that speak for themselves, things just went whoop, like full steam ahead, you know.
Nice to hear that. So you experienced more clarity, more structure. How was it?
Yes, I feel as though the program brought a lot of structure and organization, and it also helped me to actually upgrade my signature program, Purpose Frequency. It helped me to upgrade that and do it in a way where I felt more confident in the gifts that I'm sharing with my clients, because, you know, ultimately we're all here to serve our clients, and this is what I also learned from Nancy, because that's what she said to me from day one. She said, put yourself in the shoes of your clients, you know, and it's not always just about what we want, but ideally it's a little bit of a dance of those two things, you know, in harmony.
Without our clients, our business doesn't exist. Why we should put something that they don't really need, right? So just give them what they need. That's all. So what was the one big thing that this program provided to you? The one biggest thing that helped you?
Well, clients and money fast.
Yeah, cool. So what are the new challenges that you see now to growing your business, or to move forward?
You know, as you know, Nancy, I'm still in my launch phase, so I still have a lot of calls with clients, because we made a joke that the number would go up and we would have to change the title. But the new challenge would actually be, because I'm expanding very quickly, maybe to consider having a team that might, or one person to start with, you know, to start off small, that is taking care of the admin, and so that I can be in my zone of genius, you know, where I'm really most comfortable and going forward, where I'm working with the clients, right? You helped me go from practically nothing to 14K in 4 days with 4 clients.
Yeah, nice. And how do you feel now with the results that you got?
I'm still a little bit blown away by how easy it can be if you have a good mentor, if you have the right structures, if you have a roadmap, a business roadmap, or someone there that can, you know, because I was asking Nancy a lot of questions, and, you know, but Nancy later thanked me. She said, you know, thanks for asking questions. We have to also drop in humility and be willing to be coachable and mentored by people who have results, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you mentioned before that you didn't believe in the beginning, but when
I wanted to.
You wanted
and
to.
That's right, and the hope is very important too. You know, for many of you listening out there, you might have challenging situations because the international lockdowns and everything that is happening, you know, but sometimes, you know, well, not sometimes, all the time, when we are taking a step forward, it's going to feel uncomfortable. Like, so I was feeling uncomfortable because I had to make an investment in myself. But I knew that in the past, from my results and my experience, every time I invested in myself, that is when my life changed, you know? And so a lot of the time, again, it's just being more humble and looking at people like Nancy, who has incredible results.
Yeah, so what would you recommend the team, people who are still in the program, who are just starting with their businesses, what would you recommend to them?
Well, you know what? I would say that one of the things that you, Nancy, helped me with was niching down. And this is a very important component for us to discuss. I would say to the other course participants that niching down actually is going to set you free. And what that means is, again, this theme of authenticity that we have talked about on the call today is coming through very strong. Because, you know, like Nancy said, it's important to listen to what your clients want, right? But it's also important to show them who you are. That is the perfect combination. Giving your clients, you know, what you want, what they want, sorry, but showing them who you really are. And that is what has given me success that I've had just in 4 days. And I have, you know, like over a week of more calls with clients and bookings. That has led to my kind of acceleration of not hiding those parts that make me different in a very crowded market. There's actually a lot of teachers and coaches, but what is it, you know, that makes you stand out? Focus on that, and then you're going to be closing sales like like that.
That's true. I remember you were trying to build 4 different programs. and, and I said, stop here, just focus in one thing.
Yeah.
Nice, that helps.
And I also remember, Nancy, that I was feeling very demotivated. Do you remember? I was feeling like unhappy. I said to you, I don't know if I want to do this. I said, I'm not enjoying this at one time. And this is also important to mention, because you actually said something to me that was very powerful. And you said, well, Strongdeer, you know, you have to be very careful what you are focusing on and what you are thinking. If you are saying that this is too hard, or because at that time I was sending many messages, you know, and I was not receiving the results straight away. I was being impatient. But then you said to me, Strongdeer, when you are telling yourself that this is like this, or this is like this, then you reinforce and you create that. And I was like, it's very simple, but very profound. And I said, oh yeah, you're right, Nancy. Then I start to shift my perception, and then boom, you know.
Most of the times it is our mind who stops us to succeed. It's not a strategy. We believe that, yeah, the program was expensive, and when I go into the program, it should work like magic. It should give results. I want results. But if you are not taking the right action with a proper mindset, you will never see the results.
I want the listeners to also know that if Nancy had not said that, I might have given up. Like, that is the value of having a coach like Nancy, or, you know, whoever is resonating with you, a mentor that is kind of, they have your best interest at heart. They're gonna help you focus and you know, come out of those mindsets.
So would you recommend other people who are listening here to work with me? What would you say to them?
I would say 100%, because I've just gotten so much value from working with you in a short space of time, you know, because I was in the program around 28 days, so under a month, and I was able to get this result of 14K in 4 days with 4 clients. It's very easy to remember too. And because I was able to do that, now it has opened up many opportunities for me, because I'm also going to be doing international retreats. And so when you're working with Nancy, she can really help you with the practical stuff, but you know, she's also someone who's very, let's say, empathic too.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
I wanted to ask you, did we talk about your background, Ecuador? Could you maybe share a little bit about your culture before we just finish the call today?
Yeah, of course. I never wear my clothes. As you see, I'm wearing my traditional clothes from Ecuador, from my town.
So beautiful.
Thank you. I am Inca native from South America. So when I was living there, it was indigenous people like me were discriminated, and we were treated like ignorance. But I always learned to use the things that hurt me to make me stronger.
Exactly.
So I don't see, I mean, the challenges like it's a problem. I see challenges like a blessing, because those are the ones that give you the power to succeed. And that is why I'm here. That's why I keep investing in myself. That is why now I'm wearing these clothes again, because why should I fear like before, right? So why should I hide who I am? I'm powerful, I'm knowledgeable. I consider myself like a very loving person, because I love people. Genuinely, I really want to see, I love to see people succeed. It's just the best feeling I know. So this comes from my culture. My culture is a culture where we help each other a lot. So it's just like inside of me. It's very natural of me. So yeah, so I come from a culture where people are united, I mean unified to each other, and we are humble people and making money, but have the same soul. And I'm here to serve people. Yeah.
Wonderful. Thank you for sharing. It's amazing that you say that you're from the Indian Incas, because I live in the land of the Incas here too, in the high Andes of Peru, but I'm actually from India. So
Yeah.
I'm also someone who is very much about celebrating the indigenous cultures of the world, bringing together the old paradigm, let's say we can call it the modern world we're bringing together, and then we're also bringing together the indigenous, and we're creating that, you know, that harmony, that new era that we're going into in business and everything.
Yeah, that's amazing. Thank you so much for coming, Strongdeer. I'm really happy for you. I know that you will grow much more than you are doing now. So yeah, thank you for telling everybody to be coachable, to be humble, and to really serve people with your heart. That's the best thing we can say. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank
Thanks for
you.
everyone for
Yeah.
listening.